Just different.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga. Had me call a Brook and Rumble. Had them grimy niggas run up in your house, nigga. Cannon all up in your mouth. Ugh. Rick James on your couch. Whoa. Cheddar bang with the cloud. Oh, Barry Blue with the account. Oh, only losers talking down, but looking up to me when I come around. That's why I got the crown. These dudes ain't ill, rapping they frail, nigga. That shit I can't feel, lacking the skill. I'm sleeping on rappers like Bill after the pill, yeah. Fuck is on your mind, boy. Came back to put you niggas back in line, boy. Get a good looking niggas on your side, boy. Oh, bitch, niggas, whole click a bunch of tomboys. God, Staten Island, yeah, it's my boy. I ain't trying, I just do it on the side, swear to God. How y'all in the booth all day and still playing catch up? You ain't even got a job. Defeat these niggas in my leisure. Beastin', rest in peace when I'm on that feature. Beastin', he's rapping, immaculate, feed him. Niggas G'ing him if they saying they seeing him. See me and my niggas one of a kind. Probably why everybody be so mad at us all the time. I ain't aiming at nothing, I'm just detonating the bomb. It's a blend of new lines since we messing with niggas' minds.
Fuck around and have a Billy in a Pico. Just a rego for a grip. Leave a nigga stitch on the lead low. To me, you niggas is fruit of the loom. They keep it brief though. We on leave a nigga reformed. I ain't meek though. See all of my niggas riding in the streets though. None of us ain't doing Willie. Start up on you like a hilly. I'm up in the semi, no bluff. It'll lift a nigga up. Try to tell the niggas that I be the one with the wave. Got a little shorty with the pose. In the stage, all my niggas black and with the white. A bunch of renegades. You ain't with the action on my life. You niggas just a rage. You ain't gotta act them with the shits, nigga. Messing with the flow, cause about how I flip, nigga. Stepping up the medication, get a dish, nigga. Barry with the bat, just hit me when you need a hit, nigga. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CVS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Pop a nigga, let us see the twirl. You can have the Allen, nigga, I'ma need the word. Known fact, I'ma knock it out the park. CVS is lighting up the dark, you don't wanna see the spark. Still gon' do it, give a fuck about who do it first. You can have the Allen, I'ma need the universe.
I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. I create the way. These niggas riding around it. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm stuck in my ways. Paper is all we about, nigga. All that beefing for the lame dudes. They just be running their mouth, nigga.
Me and my niggas one of a kind. Greatest of all time. I create the wave. These niggas riding around it.
Boom shakalaka, you already know what it is. It's Friday. Who run the city? Tea time, Big Fan Breezer. We in the building. On this late Friday because the Knicks just played, so I had to watch the Gizame. Shout out to my guy Jimmy J1 in the building. You know what I mean? We see you, Brody. You know what I mean? If you in here, press a like for your boys. You already know the vibes. Yeah. So what up, bro?
I mean, all we know at Connects, all we know is about losses. Y'all just took a loss. Just tell me about the loss. I care. I do. I sincerely do want to hear about the loss and how the pain you feel about the loss. So I can identify. I actually can identify right now. We going through a lot right now. So if you want to talk about the loss, I'm the guy for it, man. Like I'm all in.
You know a little bit more about losses than we do. So I mean, so yeah. You would want to try to hear some misery on our end, you know what I mean? But we could talk about it because the game just happened.
Right. Fresh off.
We started off playing pretty bad basketball, taking a lot of contested shots, not moving the ball as well as we have over the winning streak. And I think those things is what caused. They were tough on the boards. They was getting a lot of offensive rebounds. As much as I would like to blame most of the game on our mishaps, they played. Just give us a few minutes, Fraz. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see you, Fraz.
As much as I would
comment up there.
Boom. So what else say? Yeah. So as much as I would like to put the blame on, our poor play, like they played really well tonight, Milwaukee, man. They played great defense from opening tip-off pause to the last seconds of the game. They was up by like 9, and they was still trying to lock down, and I was impressed by that. Their ball movement was impeccable tonight. I ain't even gonna lie. They was moving the ball, whipping it around, getting it to the open man, penetrating addition. Pause. Like they was.
What about? Can I ask you this? I had seen a quote. I didn't see the game. Long story short, I seen Mitch Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. He had a quote. He said, "I'm trying to be DPOY, and a game like tonight is I'm gonna show you why." Like he was kind of confident going into tonight's game.
He got some tough fouls on Giannis. He was in foul trouble tonight. He got some tough fouls called on him on Giannis. Some of them was his fault. You know what I mean? I ain't going to say like the refs was literally, Marlon was good. I'm not going to say like the refs was robbing him, but
what up, Marlon?
He got some tough foul calls. You know what I mean? And he was in foul trouble. He did catch a block on Giannis though. You know what I mean? Sent his shit out of bounds real quick. You know what I mean? But Giannis is a tough cover for anybody in the NBA, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like y'all know all about that. He gave y'all 40.
So okay, objectively, now we could both say that Giannis. I don't know what happened with how many points he scored, but he did score 40, and we've been having a hard time with superstars.
41.
Yeah, he scored 41 tonight.
Yeah, no, 41 against y'all. He scored 30 against them.
No, I know he scored 41 versus us. But what I was saying is, I don't know how he played when he was with y'all, but what I will say is the refs favor him. They tickle his fancy. They like him. They think he's a good person. Maybe grew up from a good home, and they think all of the good things about Giannis because he gets all the calls. Now, that being said, I seen him push Patty Mills to the ground, and that's why Steve Nash got ejected. Never seen Steve Nash like that. Shout out to Mad Nash. Hashtag Mad Nash. You know what I'm saying? And again, him and Patty, they must go way back. You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen Nash in that form. And that being said, I need more of that. I need Nash to do more of that. But case in point is Giannis pushed Patty to the ground. It was obviously an offensive charge. And the refs called foul on Patty. Patty is on his back. 6'4", the best. Giannis is standing over him, 6'11", and the foul is on Patty Mills. I just figured the refs favor Giannis. I said all that to say that.
He's a superstar. He's arguably the best player in the NBA. That's what happens. You feel me? That's why I'm not even mad at it, because that's what happened. Somebody in Knicks-ish Spaces, shout out to everybody that was in the Knicks-ish Spaces tonight. Somebody in Knicks-ish Spaces compared it to when LeBron was pound for pound the best player in the NBA, and he was running over guys. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And they never called it on LeBron. That's just the benefit you get when you're the best player in the NBA. Like some people like to say when Jordan was the best player in the NBA, he wasn't getting fouls called on him. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because that's just the same thing with Kobe. Like I think everybody has their turn as the best. You don't get foul called on.
Hold on, let me slow down real quick. But again, a lot of rhetoric and criticism came to James Harden and Trae Young about the new rule and the offensive player drawing the fouls. They preventing that. I think Giannis need to be in that same circle, with a Trae Young and Harden, because I think he definitely initiates the contact.
It's a different style of play. You feel me?
But Giannis, they initiate the contact is what I'm saying. He definitely does that.
I hear what you're
He's
saying.
real physical, bro. And the refs call foul if you physical with him.
I hear what you're saying, and I'm telling you, is a different style from what James Harden and Trae Young doing to what Giannis is doing. You feel me? Trae Young and James Harden, they'll stop in front of you and throw their body back into you. That's different from you being a big guy and running full speed ahead and creating contact that way. That's completely different.
They say that Euro step is a Greece step. That's not a Euro step. He traveling.
I was complaining about that or the Spaces too. There's a difference between James Harden hooking somebody's arm and throwing his body up like this than Giannis running into somebody full speed with his elbow pointed up like this and creating contact. You feel me? Like, because if that's the case, we could argue that Shaq should have been called for fouls every time he touched the basket.
No. Again, I'm glad you're being specific about it and technical, because what I'm specifically talking about with Giannis is that shoulder and that forearm. I see him throwing the forearm, and that's what happened with Patty and why Nash got ejected. and when you look at the replay, it's a clear, straight, all of this across my guy, Patty chest. And like you say, he's a big guy. All of this. And I just think it's unfair. I just feel like at the end of the day, the refs, if the new rule is to prevent the offensive player doing that, it falls under the same umbrella.
Yo, bro, I watched Shaq go across Mutombo's jaw with a straight elbow because it was a natural. Because look, it was a natural basketball move for Shaq, and he knew how to use that as a weapon. Mm-hmm. So he's allowed to take the ball and hold his arms like this, right? So Shaq is such a big guy, right? He learned how to use this natural basketball move for everybody else and use it as a weapon because he's a big guy. And I think Giannis learned how to use his body as a weapon. And his Euro step is absolutely a travel most of the time. You feel me? Most of the time, he be traveling. You
That's a Greece step, man. That's a Milwaukee step. That may be a high step, a low step, but anything but a Euro step, man. He's traveling, bro.
Neither here nor there am I going to use the referees for a scapegoat for this loss. We lost because we didn't play well enough tonight. And that's just what it was. I think Coach Tommy T left the starters out in the third quarter too long. They went on an 18-0 run. We had the game close most of the game.
When you say close, you mean within 10?
I mean, yeah, within 10.
That's down. How I call a close game. If it's 10 and under, though, 10, 12, 10, 8, like that, like that's close.
We went into the third quarter down by 6. We cut it to 4. And they went on like an 18-0 run. You feel me? And that was pretty much the ball game. He brought the bench back in.
Wow.
They cut the game back down to 11, but then he ended up taking the bench back out.
That's the first road game or second road game?
No, this is our second.
Second road game? Okay.
Yeah. Our bench outplayed our starters. Only one person out of the 5 people that played off the 5 or 6 people that played off the bench shot under 50% coming off the bench. That was Cam Reddish. She was 1 for 4. Everybody else off the bench shot over 50%. Nobody in the starting 5 shot over 42%. And as a coach, you got to look at that, like who's being effective on the court, who's being more efficient, and give them more PT. Derrick Rose only played 14 minutes tonight. I get it. You know, you're trying to wean him back into the game. But a game like tonight, when you see that, you know, Jalen Brunson ain't really had it. He was shot 30% from the field. It's not good. And I think in summation about this is what it came down to: too much dribbling. Milwaukee, Coach Budenholzer coached the shit out this game today. He know that our team like to get to the basket. His front court was Brook Lopez, Giannis, and Bobby Portis was the 3. 6'10" and above in they front court. Like, and both of the big and 2 of the 3 of them could shoot 3-pointers.
No, I know.
I was impressed by that, but I was like, okay, so what are we going to do? We didn't.
That was the starting lineup. That's how they started versus the Knicks.
They started like that. He substituted Bobby Portis in and gave Bobby Portis a bulk of the minutes with Brook Lopez and Giannis.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, if they're going to run big, we got to speed this game up. You feel me? And I felt like the starters never did that.
Who won that matchup between Drew Holiday and Jalen Brunson?
Javon Carter was guarding Jalen Brunson tonight. And he did a job. I ain't going to lie. Javon Carter played some hell of a
Javon Carter been playing amazing basketball as soon as he left the Brooklyn Nets. He was trash on the Brooklyn Nets.
Listen, man. He said y'all was going to regret it, too, when y'all traded him. He said y'all
He's playing great right now, man.
He said y'all was going to regret it.
Fuck out of here, Javon Carter. You ain't do none of that shit for the Brooklyn Nets.
Listen, man. He playing better than Ben Simmons right now.
Ben Simmons took 7 shots the other night. He got to go hard, man. Like, I think, Eric Thomas, E.T., is the dude, he be hyping people up, motivating people, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know who that is. Yeah.
Like, he like a motivational speaker, I think, you know what I'm saying? That's what Ben Simmons need. He need to just hang with a motivational speaker, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, lift your chin up. Know what I mean? You know what I mean? You 6'10", lift your chin up. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you got the best line in America for
Oh man,
for
he was a rival when I said that.
now it's still very accurate today. You feel me?
He gotta change the narrative. You know what I'm saying? He has the perfect opportunity to change the narrative. Will he? You know, we'll see. But he won't be a good fit to the Brooklyn Nets until he mentally there. You know what I'm saying? He gotta put his head in the game.
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know it's accurate when Kyrie Irving is yelling at him after he passed the ball.
Shoot
Shoot it,
it.
Ben. Yo, as soon as I
Yeah.
heard that, I was like, yo, he walking up that yellow brick road looking for courage. He ain't got the heart. He ain't
Yo,
got the cojones.
Yo, Barry, look, see, Cameron even mad. I seen that video, Barry. Cameron was mad. He was like, yo, Ben, you know what I'm saying? He's 6'10". Yo, Ben, you 6'10". Take it to the rim. You know what I'm
Ooh, that
saying?
boy petrified. Yo, listen, man. His heart beats out. It's no biggie, but to you. Look. To me and you, it may be no biggie to shoot close to the rim, but his heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet, thundering,
Listen.
shaking the concrete.
Marlon said that Ben Simmons need to spend more time in the hood. I think Ben Simmons need a pair of butters. He need to get a bacon, egg, and cheese. You know what I'm saying? He need to see what Brooklyn looked like before Connecticut Muffin was there. You know what I'm saying? He need to smell the air. You know what I'm saying? He need to go get some cheesecake. You know what I mean? He need to like just do something. Go to Coney Island. Ride the cyclone, man. You know what I'm saying?
I be telling you stuff, bro, because I don't want your feelings to get hurt and you to get let down. You know what I mean? So I be trying to warn you of these things. And I told you that man said he had mental issues that made him unprepared to play the sport of basketball. And it's very evident on the offensive end that he still has those mental issues that makes him unprepared to play basketball. You're making 34 million dollars a year and you can't score over 10 points, bro. That is atrocious. His new name is Triple Single Ben. That's Triple Single Ben. He gonna give you
Again,
30 million for triple singles and fouling out?
listen, my thing is he's has with all of this happening, all of the attention that he getting, some of it is rightfully so. Cameron came out with a video. A lot of fans are upset and they expect more from him because they see him play better. It's like not like we didn't see him play better. So we set the bar at the best we ever seen him. Respectfully, when you break down the numbers, he's missed a lot of games and he's played 5 games. And he is the X factor on why we are losing or winning. And we're doing more losing than winning. And some of that goes on Ben Simmons, in my opinion. I thought, as a fan, him being on a team, he would be a superstar stopper. Every superstar that we went versus gave us work. So I don't want to consider him a superstar stopper. My thing is, this is where coaching steps in. If you see that these players, and I'm saying Ben Simmons and Joe Harris, but let's stay with Ben Simmons, needs to get acclimated, but you giving them a bulk of minutes in the beginning of the season. Ben Simmons off a back-to-back played shy of 40 minutes. He's playing, and it was in an overtime game, and he played big. Like he came up with a big play, like in the fourth quarter for us to take it to overtime. But trust me, there's a lot of things that he did not do to help us be more in charge of the game. You feel what I'm saying? And he be in that position to help us take the lead or help us go on a run. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like Kyrie said, shoot it. Ben,
Yo,
shoot the ball.
you know why I don't give him none of that. He hasn't played basketball in a long time crap. Because Ben Simmons at one point was an all-star caliber player. a perennial all-star at that, right? And Zion Williamson missed just as much time. But when as soon as he stepped on the court, he was back like he never left. You feel me? Back like he never left, but he hurt himself again. A contusion. I don't blame Zion's body for being like, oh, you got a hip contusion. That means you got a bruise or blunt trauma happen to your hip and it hurts. You feel me? So I'm not really blaming Zion. But my point is this. Zion came back balling out like he never left, and he missed just as much time as Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons.
That's why I don't give it an excuse neither, because we played
rather,
in the first game. So
Ben Simmons rather just collect his bread, come in lime green Prada suits, and sit on the bench. That's what Ben Simmons want to do. He don't want to play no basketball, bro. He's soft, bro. He ain't got the courage. Nah. He walking up that yellow brick road looking for courage, bro.
Nah, but you got
the cojones.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he want to live his life like that, bro. I don't think he want to live his life knowing that he knows he's better because he's done better and not reaching a full potential as a basketball player. I mean, again, when I say he don't have to be a strong third as a scorer, I meant that. I meant like he could really score 10 points and the Brooklyn Nets would be cool with that. The most shots he took was 7 shots. Like, okay, if this all 2-pointers, there's 14 points, unless it's a 3, which I don't think will happen. But you might get some free throws, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say he might get like 14 points. So some of it is, in my opinion, putting him in situations where we get exposed. Let's call it what it is, right? Truth is we're bringing him up with the point as a point guard, and he's coming down, and the defense knows is that he's not going to shoot the 3. He's going to go deep in the paint, and then he's going to look to pass. That's the problem. Is that because he's fast and you know what I'm saying, and he can get around defenses left or right, he gets to the paint easy. But the defense knows no matter where he goes close to that rim, he gonna pass the ball, and that's a problem for the Brooklyn Nets. Yo, I'm telling you, the fans is looking at him like, yo, you too close to the rim to pass it. Like, we don't even care if you miss at this point. Just, it's a rim, it's a ball. Yeah. Let match made in like it's a match to peanut butter and jelly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Ben, he gotta know that's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? When he get 6'10" in the paint in the rim, like, come on, man.
He's 6'10" shooting air ball layups, bro.
Yo, I seen your little clip, you know what I'm saying, when I shot the air ball and
that was hilarious.
You know what I mean?
Hilarious. That was some of my best work right there.
I seen it, man. I respect
Ben Simmons. That's why you support Ben Simmons the way you do.
Nah, y'all both man.
Air ball layup shooters. Man. Y'all both air ball layup shooters, and y'all gotta stick together. You got both tall and lanky and shoot air ball layups. That's why you gotta stick.
Listen, as long as Ben Simmons is the Brooklyn Nets, I got your back, man. And I'll tell you this, and I'll say it here, and I said it somewhere else, but I don't know if you ever gonna hear me, so I'll say it everywhere. So I hope you can hear me. Learn how to fake the pass. I was watching Jordan highlights. Jordan was doing a fake pass like he was palming the ball, and he was like faking it, and the whole defense was like going the other way, and then he just do whatever and then score the ball. And I'm like, that could be Ben Simmons. They know you're going to pass, but just fake it. Fake like you're going to pass it. You feel me? Fake like you're going to pass it. This little sky hook. Fake like you're going to pass it, little up and under. Fake, you know what I'm saying? Like, get creative, man. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn, you heard? Yo, Brooklyn, man. Fans got your back. Yo, you listen, can do it, Ben.
It's anarchy in Brooklyn. Fraz, I was just about to get to that, too. It's anarchy in Brooklyn.
He wasn't a Brooklyn Net, man.
Y'all tossing ice cups on the court. Y'all are upset. Y'all are enraged. Y'all mean they throwing ice cups in Brooklyn, bro?
Yeah, that was. Up? Yo, listen, I've been to the game.
It is anarchy in Brooklyn right now, bro. What's up?
Yo, I can tell you, man. I know you're going off though, but I can tell you what's going on, man. And it's bad for Ben. You know why? Because he pulled up on a team the same as Nash. The common thread between Ben Simmons and Nash is they pulled up on a team that KD is ready to win. When you see him out there competing, he compete like he's ready to win. Ben Simmons, he is in the process. Steve Nash is in the process. KD is on the top of that, ready to win. Kyrie, in my opinion, he said his father told him that a hero is nothing but a sandwich, but he did not take that page and put it in his book because he be putting up. He was 5 for 14 for behind the three, and that's him just trying to make sure the score is close because they came down and got on a little run and maybe took the lead by maybe 4 or the 6 points or whatever. So he got to have more ball rotation if he's going to be the point guard, because he's not playing like a point guard. He's playing like an off guard. And he's not really facilitating and running the office. I see them running the office through KD. We can't do it with Joe Harris. Yeah, man. I had a 3-hour vlog on Nets fans, man. A lot of pain, man. Kev pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Kev pulled up. He was talking heavy, man. But, man, we going through it right now. We 1-4, man. We going through it, man. I ain't going to hold you.
Fraz got a point. You feel me? Fraz got a point. I see why you didn't want Ben Simmons in the first place.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny?
Yep. And the rest of your team is ass.
No, but me? I'm not. Outside of talking shit, Joe. Talking shit, bro.
Outside of KD and Kyrie right now, the rest of your team is straight booty butt cheeks. That's why y'all losing. Your supporting cast. I disagree with that. Booty butt cheeks. They ain't got no support. There's no way in the world that KD and Kyrie is dropping 30 apiece and y'all still losing basketball games. That should not happen.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You have 2 of your superstars is doing what superstars is supposed to do, is dropping 30 apiece, and they ain't getting no support.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I got pushback on that. Kyrie not necessarily doing what he's supposed to do. Kyrie is doing some of what he's supposed to do, and some of what he's supposed to do is take the offensive scoring load off of KD and be that guy to go to outside of KD. And I ain't gonna lie, he step up and he does that. But sometimes it happens at our expense where he'll miss 2-3 shots and they'll come down and score where he misses and be increasing the lead or whatever. And it's because Kyrie didn't rotate the ball or nothing. He just came. It was like 16 seconds on the shot clock, and he still just put it up. Like, he go around little one pick and roll, but he get the ball and he taking deep threes. Like I said, he 5 for 14 behind three. I don't need my point guard shooting 14 3-pointers. I don't. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it.
Shoot?
Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, man.
How you gonna shoot from the bench? How you gonna shoot from the bench?
He was in the New York Post having a fit. He disgruntled, bro. They say, Cam Thomas, you know what I mean? How you feel about not getting no playing time? He was high. I don't know what he said, but I forget what he said verbatim. But he was, not a happy camper. And then he made it seem like Nash didn't even communicate why he not getting minutes. And my thing is this, as the Nets, right, see, that's crazy. But Pete, this is what I'm saying. This is why I be vlogging the way I do. And this is why I say I vlog different. Nash don't even agree with me that Cam Thomas should get minutes. But at the end of the day, I did ask Nash to open up the roster. And he did. He let DDJ and Ed Sumner and Wasabi Watanabe get minutes. And Wasabi Watanabe, he got some grit to him. And he plays good defense. And he can knock down an open three. Then you got Ed Sumner. He's more of a slasher, not a facilitator, but he don't have a jumper. He'll attack the basket. But case in point is he don't deserve more minutes than Cam Thomas. Joe Harris came back. He did not let Joe Harris get acclimated back into the system. He gave him starter minutes immediately, and Joe Harris did not show up. And we felt it. And when we come down to Royce O'Neal, he's good, but he's not a 3-and-D guy that should be taking 8 3-pointers, bro. He not that. He take a good 4 or 5 3-pointers, and that's why he shoot at a high percentage. He shoot like 50%, like around 43 or 44, something like that. He shoot well behind the arc, and I'm saying he can shoot the arc from the elbow opposed to just hitting it from the easiest place in the NBA, and that's the 3 at the side, or like, you know what I'm saying, all the way in the corner. Now I'm saying he could hit the 3 from the elbow, so he creates spacing, and he's a better starter than Joe Harris, in my opinion. So again, I'm saying all this to say that, yeah, KD and Kyrie, it looked like they doing a lot of work, but KD is the leader of this team. And I think Kyrie tried to come and be the leader of this team for his own reasons, contract reasons, and something approved reasons, and etc. But the truth is, he do some good. And it's not his team. It's KD's team, and Kyrie's on it. Until he do more and help us win games, we're 1-4. And as far as them being a duo, they both quote unquote, no, KD does his job and he's efficient, and he just broke a record. It's just like in scoring, like he just passed 20. I think English, he passed a player named English. Shout to English, but yeah, shout to KD. You know what I'm saying? He out here breaking records. And I'm only saying that to say it got a lot of rhetoric in the offseason about how serious he'll be when the season start. And thus far, he's been playing great basketball for the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? And I need more from Kyrie, and we need help. And that help come from Cam Thomas. And he got a right to be disgruntled. He shouldn't be sitting on a bench because Ed Sumner is in front of him, or Patty Mills, or Joe Harris. He should be getting all 3 of their minutes. He's a bucket. All of them need to get acclimated back into offense. Cam Thomas played 67 out of 82 games. I land a plane saying this. Cam Thomas played 67 out of 82 games last season, had 2 game winners, and proved that why he should get minutes over the said players that I mentioned.
You smell like?
Facts.
Do I smell a trade? Do I smell a trade?
Nah. They shouldn't trade.
Yo, listen,
they
bro.
could. I don't hope
listen.
not, though.
Yo,
I hope
listen,
not,
bro.
man. I hope not.
I've been trying to tell you for forever
I
that
hope not,
Cam
man.
Thomas wasn't going to get no PT, right? I was trying to tell you. I was trying to. Like I said earlier, bro. I be telling you stuff because you my friend, and I be trying to like spare your feelings from the heartache you're gonna have to suffer when you realize what I'm saying is facts, right? And I've been trying to tell you for a long time that Cam Thomas wasn't gonna get no PT. I've been trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you over. I'm trying to tell you over to all the people on that roster, he was not going to get the PT. And we're not even talking about Steph Curry being back. We're not even talking about T.J. Warren being back. Like he's not going to get the PT. Do I smell a trade? They're going to trade that young man. And they're going to have to change some of your profile pictures and shit because he ain't going to be a net no more.
I had Cam Thomas on the virtual background last night, man. I'll be campaigning for Cam Thomas, man. Yo, we losing games, bro. All right, look. You see how y'all record? What's y'all record? Y'all 3-2, right?
Wait, give me 1 second, bro.
Nah.
How the quote unquote best rookie in the city can't even get on the court? I tell you one thing: when Quentin Grimes come back from injury, guess what gonna happen? He gonna be getting PT.
Why he injured? What happened? What happened to Quentin Grimes?
They was listed it as a sore foot. They don't have him out as like no extended time. They still got him listed as day to day. But they saying it's a sore foot. But I think it's 2 things that it could be. It could be more serious than they letting it on, or it could be that the fact that we have so much depth at that position, at the wing position, that is like, all right, we don't need to rush him back. Let's make sure he 100% before we bring him back. But it's like a sore foot or some shit like that. But he's out there before games putting up shots and warming up and things like that and doing light practices with light contact. Yeah, I mean, so I ain't too worried, but he out there. But, yeah, listen, man. I'll tell you one thing. When Quentin Grimes come back, he going to be getting PT. He ain't going to be sitting on the bench like Cam Thomas clapping it up. Cam Thomas leading the NBA in claps this season. He might not be averaging 20 points a game, but he averaging 20 claps from the bench.
Right. But let's get into that. Let's get into that because my thing is this. That's all fine and dandy if we 5-0, 4-1, even 3-2. That means we're a winning ball club without Cam Thomas on the floor. We've tried to give minutes to DDJ, and I'm going to be honest with you. Out of all of the guys that went in front of Cam Thomas, DDJ really put up minutes where I don't regret him getting minutes more than Cam Thomas. DDJ showed up. He was like 4 for 6, had 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal. Like, his stat line was nice. And seeing him in the game, he was an impact to the game where KD got a chance to rest a little bit, I believe. I said that to say that, far as rotation is concerned, we 1-4 on the way Nash is doing it thus far, right? So if we do that technically for another 5 games, technically we'll be 2-8. So to prevent that, change things up. You doing that last season, shaking up the roster. I see all 5 games you kept the roster the same. That's cool with me. Listen, you kept the roster the same all 5 games. You kept the starting line the same. I like that. You kept the starting line the same all 5 games. That's cool. Royce O'Neal starting over Joe Harris. That's cool. Ben Simmons, he's not a point guard. You keep him in a Duncan's pocket. Keep him right there. So get a player like Cam Thomas or DDJ to penetrate, and if let them draw the double team or go up aggressively, or pass it to Ben Simmons right there in the Duncan's pocket. That's how you make the Brooklyn Nets effective. That's how you make Ben Simmons effective, because instead of him trying to create his own shot, he'll just be in a situation where we could draw the double team with a DDJ or Cam Thomas, and you can have him with an easy basket.
So your solution is to move the guy that was scared to dunk on Trae Young and Kyle Lowry to the 4, and so he could try to dunk on power forwards. That's what it is. Yo, your mic went out. You know what I mean? I don't know what you touched, but I can't hear you no more. Oh, you just muted yourself. But yeah, there you go. I think. But yeah. I mean, he's soft like Terry Clough, man. Yeah, I don't hear you. But you soft like Terry. Soft like Terry Clough, man. That's what it all comes down to. And it's hilarious that y'all are 1-4. All that hype and shit y'all was talking about coming into the season, and how y'all gonna do this and that. Y'all looking real sorry out there. Y'all looking soft. Kendrick Perkins called y'all the Brooklyn Coasters Cupcake.
Yeah,
that shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious. I have to agree. You feel me? Out here looking real bad. I mean, y'all making the city look real bad right now, man. Too much truth. He had to leave. Too much truth. He had to leave. They making the city look real bad right now, man. They making the city look real bad. It's sad, son. What's happening in Brooklyn, man? You know, the fans are about to cause anarchy. You feel me? The fans of Brooklyn is fed up with the product that is being put on the basketball court. You feel me? The Brooklyn Nets fans is fed up. They throwing ice cups because they disgruntled. The fans is disgruntled, man. Like, I ain't even see the game. Somebody sent me a clip that y'all up by like 2, and it's quiet. Y'all was up to 2 against Dallas, and it was quiet in the Barclays. It was quiet. You can hear a pin drop in that building. How? Y'all at home and y'all up 2 in the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter. I can't remember what it was. And you can hear a pin drop in that building. What happened to the quote-unquote fan power? What happened? What happened? Y'all losing home games. And it's quiet. What happened to the fan power? Huh? What happened to the Brooklyn Nets fan base? They ain't got no energy to cheer for their team, but they throwing shoulders work. They ain't got no energy to cheer for their team, but they throwing shoulders work. The Nets throwing shoulders work. They can't root for their team when they up 2 in the 3rd or 4th quarter, but they throwing shoulders work. They got enough energy to throw ice cups.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. It's anarchy in Brooklyn, bro. What's up?
I see you, Fresh Sass. I'm right here, bro. I ain't going nowhere.
I don't know what you heard what I was saying. I said, yo, how y'all up against Dallas like 2 points? I don't know if it's the 3rd or 4th quarter. I didn't see the game, but somebody sent me a little snippet of how quiet it was in Brooklyn. How y'all up in crucial moments, and it's quiet in the building. Y'all ain't got no energy. Y'all ain't got no energy to cheer for y'all team because Brooklyn ain't got no faith in the product that's on the court.
When I was there, it wasn't none of that. We was cheering. And Steve Nash shouted us out when I was there.
That's because y'all still had hope. It was early. You went to the first game.
They said it was early, bro. It's the 5th game. Stop.
Yo, listen. Y'all didn't see. I didn't really see what this team was made of in that moment. So y'all was
But
cheering like,
yeah,
yeah,
nah,
y'all
you
was
reaching, bro.
y'all was filled with enthusiasm and vigor for the season to come. Now you know.
Bro, that was the
Now
second
five.
game.
Now 5 games in, right? 5 games in, y'all see what's really happening in Brooklyn. Y'all don't got
Nah,
that
man.
same conviction no more. That's why
We
y'all
do.
quiet. We up by 2, but we know we gonna lose, so we just gonna chill right here.
Nah.
Watch this team lose this game. We ain't got no energy to cheer for our team, but we got, and our throwing shoulders is filled with energy and rage.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna throw some shit on the court. It's hilarious. Triple single. They gotta watch triple single every night. You know what I mean? Get more fouls than he get points. You feel me? That's what they gotta watch. They tight.
Me personally, I think is as a fan, you know,
I'll be back. Hold on.
it's no good that a fan would do that because I really think that it was the fan of the opposing team, you know what I'm saying? Because it was KD at the free throw line, and KD was having a great game. So I don't know who threw that ice cup, but I don't think it was a Brooklyn Nets fan. I can't put that stain on the Brooklyn Nets fan jacket. I won't say that was a Brooklyn Nets fan. I think it was the opposing team fan. Excuse me. It couldn't have been because if you gotta respect KD, if you're a Brooklyn Nets fan, you see how he started the season. His numbers is incredible. You would have never thought he said anything if you didn't hear about it. The way he out there playing, the way he competing, it don't look like he just trying to get numbers. It looked like he's serious. When Ben Simmons stole that ball and passed it to KD for us to go into overtime, you see how he dunked that? That's somebody competing that wants the Brooklyn Nets to win. Put some respect on his name. Don't say nothing spicy about KD and what he do as a competitor because he's out there playing hard. And that being said, Nash, you got to do better. You can't have KD on a back-to-back situation playing 40 plus minutes. That's, as a coach, you got to find a way where you rest your veterans and still and have these guys that's giving your veterans rest be effective, so that way your veterans can continue to rest and not feel like they got to rush back out there to, take the lead or protect the lead or get, make sure it ain't a blowout or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You need people to protect the lead, or players to protect the lead, teammates to protect the lead. We all got to be on one accord, and we only get to do that if Nash trusts Cam Thomas. He gave everybody a chance. Everybody. Day'Ron Sharpe got 20 minutes. Cam Thomas didn't get 20 minutes this season yet. Why? We 1-4. So I don't want to hear no excuses from Steve Nash. I want to see things change because we 1-4. If we had a winning record with Cam Thomas on the bench, I wouldn't even bother you guys. But we don't. We 1-4. So regardless how good it sound or not, if y'all agree with me or not, at the end of it, we 1-4, and we can't do things the same unless we gotta expect the same results. We gotta be willing to be risky and change things up. And I think we should go in the direction of giving Cam Thomas 20-25 minutes a game. I think he could give us a double-double not a double-double, excuse me. I think he could give us double digits every game. I think he could give us 10 plus points every game. That being said, yeah, and we'll see, man. We play Indiana next. We played them in a back-to-back situation, but not back-to-back days, back-to-back games.
Yeah,
so I think that's the new thing the NBA is doing this season, where you play them back-to-back at the same home. Like, we don't even go travel to Indiana the next time. They just play us twice at the Barclays.
Oh, that's
we play Saturday and we play Monday.
Yeah, so they definitely trying to limit traveling when it comes to the NBA players. So
I like it. What you think? I like it. I like what they did.
I guess, you feel me? I guess, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't, in a regular season, I don't want to see like a good team play a bad team twice. You feel me? Like, I don't want to see that, right? I don't want to see that. Like, and that's what that leads to. Like, I want you to hurry up, do what you got to do against this bad team, so I can see you play a good team. As a fan, I'm not really thrilled about it, but I get the reasoning behind it. You know
but let's get into that, because the Knicks played quote unquote bad teams, but they were competitive, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, so from what I hear from Orlando, I haven't watched a lot of their games. I haven't watched any of their games except for the game that they played against the Knicks. But from
The
what I'm
play-in
hearing,
tournament changed that, bro.
so from what I hear, like they won in 5, but they've been in all of their games that they
That's
lost.
been
Like, they competed in all the games that they lost. Like they're not getting blown out or nothing crazy like that. Pause. They're losing, but they're losing competitively. That Pablo kid he's the truth for real. That kid is nice. You know what I mean? I see him play against us. I saw the work he put in as a 19-year-old kid. I was impressed. And I looked at his stat line, and he's doing that on a night-to-night basis. So he's special. Same thing with the Pistons. The Pistons is losing, but they're not getting blown out every night. They're competing. So these teams that are quote-unquote bad, they're playing tough. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're a quote-unquote bad team, but they playing tough. Like the Pacers, I
yeah.
don't know. I consider the Pacers. Well, they just beat the Wizards, and I'm not really compete. They
I
just
think
beat
we
the
play the
Wizards.
Wizards next Friday. I was going
Yeah,
to call you, let you know, like, yo, we gotta push the podcast back because we play the Wizards on Friday.
yeah.
Yo, man, listen, I think the play-in changed things. You know, even with this whole, and my thing is this. One of my favorite things is making sure the lottery is safe because everybody would tank for Victor. Period. So no, I'm glad it's a lottery situation. You don't necessarily know who's going to get the first pick. Um, yeah, I don't want to see tanking because that means it's not going to be a competitive game. Um, so anything to keep the game competitive, and I think that's what the play-in does. The play-in tournament does, and I hope that I'm right. And teams are more competitive, and in my opinion, they was when we went to the playoffs last season. The games weren't separated by 3 from 1 to 2, 2, 3, and 4. We had the same bracket. Like that's competitive, bro. You know what I'm saying? 5 and 6 was pretty close, and it went down to the last 10 games of the season, deciding what seeding, what team would be where going into the playoffs. It was very competitive, and I think we're going to see more of that this season. I was saying this earlier to Kev on my podcast. I was saying how since 1983 is the last time the Atlantic Division had all teams go to the playoffs. And you know, I was talking heavy about how y'all missed the playoffs, and that was the reason why. Y'all would have made history from since 1983 if we all went last season. And this season looks credible to me. I think it's possible that the Knicks and the Nets see each other in the playoffs. But before we do, we see each other 11-9. I'm definitely going to that game.
You, well, I mean, I gotta at least get back to 500 before you start.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah,
get.
no, respectfully though, man. But that's me believing in my team. But respectfully, we gotta play better for us to win more games, man. I think
Yeah,
we gotta take KM Thomas off the bench for one.
I mean, cause it's, and I'm just doing this to poke fun because it's only 5 games, but y'all in the 13th seed right now, son.
Yeah, no, man. This is
It's only 5 games. I'm poking fun, but
yeah, nah. Trust me, I know. But at the end of the day, I still feel like because we played New Orleans the first game. And I know they did that on purpose. That was intentionally. Like, all right, both of these guys, they supposed to be so great. They both missed a lot of time. Let's make it happen. And the NBA did real well with picking the schedules this season. They got another thing called Rivals Week. I'm interested in that. We rivals with fucking everybody. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, but we definitely rivals with the Knicks. In the first game we play is the November 9th, and I'm going to that game, man. I'm absolutely like, yo, man. God, believe me, man. I'm trying to make that game, man. I'm definitely trying to make that game for me, for the podcast. Because we be talking heavy on this podcast about who's fans and who's not fans, and the shit go on all week, and they be posting memes. Even when Kev pulled up yesterday on the stream, I was doing a Brooklyn Nets recap where Nets fans share their pain. It's a safe place, you know what I mean. If you're a Nets fan, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to kick it. And he had a picture of me with a Knicks hat. And you know what's so funny, right? I'll be seeing other vloggers, and they be different fans of different teams, but they be switching their hats. But I never say nothing. I just think it's funny though. Like, but again, man, shout out to the culture, man. The culture is dope, man. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we definitely rivals, and shit, we definitely need to get to 500. Before next Friday, we play 4 games. We play, and the Tuesday is the day of the 10th year exactly. That is the 10th year exactly we've been in Brooklyn. So the 10 years is about this season, but on Tuesday is the 10th year exactly the Nets been in Brooklyn, and we play Chicago. So we play Saturday, Monday, Indiana twice back to back, and then we play Chicago on Monday, and I believe we play the Wizards on Friday. I don't know if I'm correct though.
Yeah, we. So our next 2 games, I'm very excited for because I want to put the beats on both of these teams. Pause. We play the Cavs on Saturday. I mean Sunday. I can't wait till we put the beats on those guys.
On who?
The Cavs.
Oh my God! I heard yo. I heard Karras and Donovan Mitchell had 41 apiece
Yeah,
tonight.
that's nice. Who they play?
Who they played? They played a good team too, man.
Oh,
Man.
they played. They played the Celtics.
Yeah, man. They beat the Celtics, man. Yo, I know. It was a bittersweet thing, man, because
Yeah,
Jared and Karras, man. I seen. Come on, man. I don't. This is what I do on my page, man. You Knicks fans don't care, but any type of success that Jared and Karras have, Brooklyn Nets fans, we go through it because we like, damn, they supposed to be on our team. Harden not even here trying to help us win, so it's really hurt. You know what I'm saying?
So that's nice what they did to whatever to the Celtics, but that's cool. We won't put the beats on them. After that, on Wednesday we play.
Yeah, I had 2 losses, 2 versus playoff teams, right?
Yeah, we after that we play the Hawks. Can't wait to put the beats on them too. And then we play on Friday. We play the Sixers. You know what I mean? We play the Sixers on Friday. I mean,
that's pretty much what we was doing. We was winning, and we got a lot of criticism about beating the teams under 500. But again, we was saying that y'all right, but these teams are competitive, man. Like, yo, these teams we wasn't walking them down. Like, we wasn't just beating them, and it was just some regular. Nah, we wasn't doing none of that, man. We was competing, they was competing, and we was going at it. And trust me, it was sometimes KD had to drop 50, like on Detroit one game. Like, what? We needed KD to drop 50 on Detroit that game. I remember that. That was on Marlon's birthday, matter of fact. Yo, Marlon, you remember that? You was a Nets fan at that time, right?
So the point that everybody was making is not the fact that these games was competitive and you weren't supposed to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. But when you talk about you're going to be a championship team or you have championship aspirations, you got to beat the teams that's over 500. You feel me? Because those are the teams that you're going to meet in the playoffs. And that's the knock that everybody had on y'all last year. It's like, okay, y'all beating the scrubs. You know what I mean? As y'all should. You feel me? But when you talk about we trying to win a championship, you got to be able to beat the guys that's over 500. You got to.
The first time we did it was versus Chicago, and Day'Ron Sharpe had a pretty good game in that game. He played great versus Vucevic. Yeah, man, and I seen KD play with the rookies, and Cam Thomas, he was one of the rookies that KD was winning with. Him, Day'Ron Sharpe, Kessler Edwards, and Kessler Edwards, he's another one on our roster that he stopped getting minutes because he wasn't knocking down a 3. With Wasabi Watanabe, he came in and he got a nickname for one. You know what I'm saying? We call him Wasabi Watanabe because behind that 3 is he got that hot hand, you know what I'm saying? Like Wasabi, you know what I mean? So that being said, yeah, man, Wasabi Watanabe, he's a good teammate, good role player. We want to keep him in the rotation. I think we keep DDJ in the rotation, and I think we put Cam Thomas in the rotation and take Ed Sumner out the rotation. And if we put Ed Sumner in the rotation, not at the point guard, put him at the 2 guard, Nash got to switch things up in that lineup, man, for us to win some more games.
Cam Thomas ain't getting in no rotation, man.
All right, hold on. Marlon said I remember that, and I still am. All right, so you still a Nets fan. Okay. I just want to say that I don't remember that anybody on the Knicks on your birthday dropped 50, but the Nets player did it. A Knicks player didn't. So you should like the Nets 51% and the Knicks 49%. Don't be equal 50-50, man. Like us 1 more% than the Knicks, man. Come on, man. Just because of that very reason, man.
You know why he doing all that, Marlon? You know why he doing all that? Because the Nets need all the fans they can get. They need all the fans they can get.
Yo, we never denied that y'all got more fans, man.
It's not
We know,
good.
man. Trust me, we know.
It's not looking good. They need all the fans they can get. Season ticket holders are down. They're in the toilet. You feel me? Nobody buying season tickets for the Nets, and that's outrageous when you got KD and Kyrie on your team, and you can't even get high numbers in season ticket holders. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure they ain't nowhere near compared to the price of Knicks.
Go check that out, Marlon. Go see about that, man.
Yeah. So. Yeah,
you got many birthdays, so you got to do a lot of searching, man. I see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, so I mean, they need all the help they can get as far as fans go, man. I mean, a Popular Sports. I see you, Playboy. Jay, I see you in the building too.
Yeah, what up, Popular Sports? Yeah. What up, Jay?
Yeah, I understand. You ain't gotta tell me that season tickets are expensive. I'm a Knicks fan, so I know all about how expensive season tickets are, right? But
yeah. Nah, I don't know. I never knew you for having season tickets. What do you mean? Like how you know about how much?
I've priced them. You feel me? I priced them. I knew I couldn't afford them. Listen. What's so funny about that?
Because you was talking heavy like you had season tickets. That's why I'm like, bro, what you mean?
Calm your laughing down. You go to one game in 8 years, bro. You start acting like you don't know how to act, bro. You know what I mean? Chill out, man.
Oh, man. Yo, listen. Before I came here, I had humble pie, man. We won it 4, man.
And what I was saying was this, is the fact that, no, I didn't have season tickets, but I priced them to know I couldn't afford them. and I know that y'all season tickets are way cheaper than ours.
Yo.
And y'all still bottom in the NBA and season ticket sales. You know what I mean?
Yo, I can't believe that was a Nets fan that threw that ice on the floor, man. I'm not jacking that. It had to be the opposing team, bro. It had to be no, it wasn't us, man. It was them, man. It couldn't have been us. It's no way we did that, man. I don't believe it, man.
I think that was Michael Allen scheme that
yeah. Hell no. Shout out to Scheme, man. Shout to Scheme.
Yo, Jay, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been years since I.
J1 said the tickets is 8,000. Lord of mercy.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Cause I'm about to say, I haven't priced the Knicks season tickets in years, because I know that's way out my price range.
Jason Marlon said a Nets fan threw that ice on it and he got arrested. Excuse me.
Yeah. Nets fan threw that ice. He got arrested.
Yo, you brought dishonor to the Nets fans, man. You can't violate like that. That wasn't valid. Yeah, now you out of here, man.
That's hilarious. He's trash for that. Whoever did that, for real. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this, man. These dudes, they do entertain us, but they're not no monkeys or no animals at a zoo. You feel me? Like that's like, you don't throw, like, these are human beings, grown men. You know what I mean? You don't do that. You feel me? Like, same way I felt like old boy who spit on Trae Young. Like, even though he a op, like, nah, bro. Nah. That's a grown man. That's a human being, bro. Yeah. Like, I felt like Trae Young should have had the absolute right to punch old boy in his mouth. You feel me? Because that's disgusting. And you talking about right coming off of COVID. Like, we still in the middle of COVID. And
that's crazy.
Lava on somebody, bro. Like, that's crazy. You feel me?
Me as a fan, I never been that close to beat.
But this is last point, and I got you, bro. This is last point.
Go ahead. Talk your shit.
About the ice. God forbid somebody could have been trotting past that area at that time. You feel me? And a player, God forbid, slip on that ice and tear something. Like, you got to think about the way these guys make their money is their body, bro. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And for you to throw something on a court and potentially risk that is ridiculous, bro. And I hope you never get able to go to any basketball game in any stadium in the whole entire US of A, bro.
Yeah.
I hope you get a whole band from the NBA, not just the Brooklyn Nets. Now I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, to add to that, for the most part, I wanted to say I became part of the BK block. So in a nutshell, I pull up and when you hear the crowd going, defense, all of that, that's us. That's us hyping up the crowd, getting everybody involved that's there. So shout out to everybody on the BK block. In the first night that I did it, we got a compliment from Kyrie Irving and we got a compliment from Steve Nash. So yeah, it means something to me. Means something to me, big fan Breezy, that I'm Jumbotron Breezy, that I pulled up. I was on the Jumbotron doing the Millie Rock, and it was sturdy. And
That Millie Rock was not sturdy, bro.
I had a sturdy Millie Rock on the Jumbotron. You know what I'm saying?
That Millie Rock was
me,
timid. Like you didn't know what to do. You was like,
nah. So to me, it was beautiful. They say dance like nobody's watching, but I was on the Jumbotron. To me, it was a beautiful, sturdy Millie Rock, and I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Brooklyn Nets.
Not sturdy, bro. I'm not co-signing that.
Right.
Listen, I'm happy for you as a friend. You feel me? That you got to experience that and you enjoyed it so much. But I'm not going to sit here. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like that Billy Rock was sturdy, bro. That Billy Rock was bad business, bro.
Yo, man, listen, man. I want to say that my Millie Rock is part of my fan power. And I think I helped with my Millie Rock help Brooklyn Nets get a win that night. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say shout out to all the fans that was on there. That were the ones that invited me on the Jumbotron in the first place.
Jay, I agree. Ace Ave does not approve of that Billy Rock, bro.
Shout out to Jay. Jay was with me, you know what I'm saying? Jay, he actually, we was on the line together, to keep it real. We was on the line together, and Jay had pointed it out. He was like, yo, I think they on camera right there, whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm about to go over there. He was like, for real? Like, we was fixing our belts and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get checked in there, you know what I mean? So then, I was finished or whatever. So I went over there, and I was kind of loosening up my shoulders on my way over there. And I'm saying, I was like, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do it, you know what I mean? So I went over there, and I'm saying, it went well. And like I said, we won the game, and that's what I'm most happy about. I Millie Rock, and we won the game. So every time I think about the Millie Rock, that's what I'm going to do now. From now on, we won it for this next game. I'm a Millie Rock, and we're going to win the next game. Yeah, that's the fan power that I provide as big fan Breezy.
You should have loosened up your shoulders a little bit more for that Millie Rock, bro. That joint was looking, that shit was not looking sturdy, bro. Yo, it looked like you didn't know what to do. It was like, Yo, you ever watch Talladega Nights with Will Ferrell when he was a race car driver?
No.
Well, there's a part in that movie where like he's doing an interview and he's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. What should I do? That's how I felt with you getting ready to do. I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm a Millie Rock.
You see this right here? Big fan Breezy is at the only win. That's fan power.
That's not a flex. That's not a flex. That is not a flex. That is not a flex.
Let's go, man. I need to travel with the team. I need to go to every game. Sign me up.
Yo. Yo, that is not a fact.
Yo, shout out to the Brooklyn Nets, man. I had a lot of fun that night. Shout out to all of the fans in basketball. And shout out to getting back in the win column, man. We won in 4. And the best thing we could do is put Cam Thomas in the game. I said all the reasons why. And listen, man, I feel like I said, and I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over. So I say this. Other teams want them now. And if the Brooklyn Nets don't have Ben Simmons be the X factor We just gonna always be in team trying to find another player to do with a player that we got is better. Ouch, it hurts that Karras got 41. Ouch, it hurts that Jarrett had 16 and 13 the other night. Ouch, it hurts that Dinwiddie came and is part of the reason why Dallas won the other night. And before that, he did a game winner. Ouch, it hurts, man. Stop trading the best players on our team and wishing them well, and oh yeah, I hope he does great. He got generation. What? Pay that man and keep him on the team. And if you trade Cam Thomas, I just don't understand the logic. I don't. So trading Cam Thomas, I really listen. Do not trade Cam Thomas. Hashtag do not trade Cam Thomas, please. That's all I'm asking, man. You get these players out the draft and you trade them away, and then what happens? They successful other places. And where are we?
Cam Thomas is about to be traded, bro. I smell it.
I
smell it.
He ain't
getting no PT. He ain't getting no PT. Seth Curry about to come back. TJ Warren about to come back. And he gonna be on the bench. He gonna be collecting cobwebs, man.
So let's call it what it is, right? Looking at it from that lens. Realistically, in my opinion, I can't rely on TJ Warren, Curry, Joe Harris, and Patty Mills. No, those three, I excluded Patty Mills, to be healthy. So trading Cam Thomas, knowing that he played 67 out of 82 games last season, I'm scared of that. The same day that we was talking about, or not me, other fans was talking about getting Miles Turner in with Joe Harris and Cam Thomas. Miles Turner got hurt. He wasn't even at a game. He was at practice and he got hurt. So what I'm saying is, every time y'all man, listen, I'm saying it don't behoove the Brooklyn Nets to just keep trading players. You're taking chemistry and cohesiveness out of the bunch, out of the unit, out of the squad, out of the team, when you just got him with new teammates every other game. It's something what he doing in Indiana that he taking Cam Thomas minutes for real. With Joe Harris, like, come on, like, let's like, what we doing, man?
I'm not even saying that you necessarily wrong in that aspect. I'm just saying what's realistically going to happen. You feel me? Like
1-4. How real is that?
I'm just saying, realistically, he's not going to get the PT. You feel me? He's not going to get the PT. They probably going to trade him. Probably try to flip him for some draft picks. You know what I mean?
No, we trying to win now. I doubt we get the draft picks.
Yo, listen, man.
Who helps us win now more than Cam Thomas? Like, what? I don't even know a realistic trade. And to be honest, when I vlog, I don't entertain it a lot. Like, if somebody mentions it to me, I'll hear it, but I don't be trying to be a trade machine and figure out who we would trade, because I don't want to trade Cam Thomas. I think he's a great piece, and they're going to pass him the torch when the Kyrie and KD era is not here no more.
I think, and I highly disagree with that, because you don't treat somebody who's going to carry the torch the way that Cam Thomas is getting treated. You don't have the next step for the baton sitting on the bench. That person gets PT immediately, and then they get a large amount of PT. They get to be on the court with the players that's going to pass the baton to them. And Cam Thomas ain't doing that. He on the bench, man. He leading the leagues in most claps per game, man. That's what he do. That's what he do. He do most high fives. He leading the league in the most high fives. He top 5 high fives in the NBA right now, man.
He's disgruntled, and I'm not gonna lie. I seen him grow impatient, and he looked frustrated. And that whole trade talk, I hear is stirring up. As much as I'm trying to stop it, I gotta call it what it is. I'll be honest. I don't want to see it happen. And I'm not going to put no energy into it, to be honest. I ain't going to say, oh, if it happened, I want this to happen. Nah, I don't want it to happen at all. I know for a fact, based on what I said, you could call it soliloquy or rhetoric, all you want, but these players are successful when they leave the Brooklyn Nets. And I see the same in Cam Thomas. He leaves, he's going to be successful. And we're going to just be needing what we missing from him, because we haven't replaced Jared Allen since he left. The closest we got to replacing Jared Allen was Drum, and we let him go. Nick Clax, he do his thing, but he not Jared Allen.
Yo, if I feel like If y'all don't have a above 500 record in the next 2 weeks, Steve Nash gonna be fired.
They saying it's a two-way thing. They saying it's not just gonna be Nash, it's gonna be Nash and Marks. You know, the Brooklyn Nets is in hot water, man. I be seeing the titles of what's going on. I be like,
I've been
God
saying that
damn.
y'all. I've been saying y'all should have fired Sean Marks because he's a horrible GM. He's done a horrible job. He did a
That
horrible
all
job.
came after the Jared Allen and the James Harden. It came
Absolutely.
after that. That's where it
Ab-
came.
but
Nobody
they
was saying that before that. He was running the town. I was talking heavy, and I but after that,
still
Jared,
didn't.
I don't see the logic of him
So
trading Jared.
I still don't think he did a great job even in that. I felt like it was more of KD and Kyrie choosing them over the him going out and getting them. You feel me? Like I feel like they made up their mind without even talking to Sean Marks if they was coming to Brooklyn versus Sean Marks going, "Hey, let me convince you on some shit." You feel me? It was just like they was talking about it at All-Star break, son. Like you feel me? In a point where they weren't even allowed to talk to the Brooklyn Nets organization because they was both under contracts with other teams. They couldn't even talk to Brooklyn, and they made up. You saw the video when they was in the tunnel. 2 max contracts, two. You feel me? They made up their mind in All-Star break the season before they came. You feel me? So that has nothing to do with Sean Marks. Sean Marks is a trash GM. Him firing Kenny Atkinson showed that he was trash. You feel me? Because as a GM, you go to the players like, hey, this man got us to the playoffs before y'all was even here. Listen, and we can get a championship. That's his job to bridge the gap between the players and the coach. You feel me? He couldn't even do that. Then after that, you trade all your youth and draft picks to bring in James Harden. When their supporting cast was fire. Then the next season, you let Harden force his way off the team. Couldn't even sell Harden on staying. And I'll skip the fact that you hired Steve Nash as head coach when Ty Lue was still on the board at the time. That man.
Now Lou would play Cam Thomas. See, that's
Yo,
what I'm saying. Like
y'all would have at least made the finals if Ty Lue was on.
Ty Lue, and again, NYG22. I was on his show, Heart of the City, and again, you know, you're welcome there. If you pulled up and you scroll past it, trust me, you're welcome there. It's a New York team show. It's called the Heart of the City. So they cover college to hockey, everything. Football, basketball, college, New York Liberty, baseball, they cover it. You know what I'm saying? So every Nets fans up there, me. It'd be a Knicks fan up there. But again, like I said, it's a dope show you can pull up. But I said that to say that, what was I saying about Kenny? You saying Kenny?
I was talking about how trash Sean Marks is and why he needed to be fired.
Oh, yeah, I was saying the same thing over there. Yeah, man, Sean Marks, again, I feel like, you know, Sean Marks is 6'10". He's a tall dude. And he's seen tall guys win it with Duncan and David Robinson. I just didn't see why he did not see that. And Jared Allen, I thought Jared Allen, and I said he was a good GM because of what he drafted Jared Allen. You know, he had some good draft picks and he was risky, you know, and we got Dinwiddie and we found out Dinwiddie and Karras was good. So for us to get out of the rut that we were in, because we really weren't a good team for, you know, in these 10 years. Like I said, we've been for 10 years. We weren't a good team for some of those 10 years. And, you know, seeing that, you know, Sean Marks did come and help with Dinwiddie, Karras, and Jared. And I just figured he had a loyalty to them, to be honest. And it was kind of shocking to see him hire Steve Nash. That summer, everybody was on edge. Didn't know what direction Sean Marks was going to go. We were surprised. We kind of knew it wasn't going to be Mark Jackson. We wanted it as fans, but we understood what was going on with the politics or whatever. So we wasn't stressing that. But the whole Kenny Atkinson fire did those for, you know what I'm saying? A lot of fans felt like Kenny was the right guy for the job. We seen like, oh, wow, you know. But then I heard that interview with Kyrie and the way he spoke on coaching. It sounded like he was, I don't know, maybe talking about Kenny Atkinson, and I don't know what that's about. I just think that, and as a fan, we don't know the relationships, but I do know that Michael Jordan was specific about not being, coached by anybody but Phil Jackson. And some players are specific about what coach they want. Um, some players don't care. You know what I mean? So I think the better players do care and make it essential to have a good coach and have communication with the coach. And I think Kyrie and KD should learn a lesson that not having communication with a coach doesn't equal winning basketball. And I think going forward, they need to build a better relationship with Nash and play Cam Thomas. Facts. But Sean Marks, he got to do better, and that loyalty to Nash. We missed out on Kenny Atkinson and Ime Udoka because of your loyalty to Nash. So just remember that. You know what I'm saying? That they both became successful after they left. You know what I mean? So that's been the story of the Nets. That teams pieces that left became more successful when they left, and we don't want that to happen. We want players to come here and realize that they can build a career here, whether it's from the draft or free agency, and you know what I'm saying, play winning basketball here and compete every game.
So and this is uh, this is my take on the Brooklyn Nets situation, right? Y'all don't win a championship now. This season is gonna be clipped. Kyrie is going after this shit. Like Kyrie out of there. You know what I mean? And who you gonna get to play with KD? Like the rest of the NBA is seeing what's happening over in Brooklyn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like guys ain't lining, like other superstars ain't going to line up. They're like, yo, they don't know what the they doing over there. I'm not lining up to go there. Maybe you got a play that's going to come for the bag. Like if y'all throwing out money, they gonna be like, yeah, I'm going to go get that bread, bro. Yeah, I'm going to go get that bread. But that's not a player you want on your team that's just like, yo, I'm just going to go get that bread. You want somebody who believe in winning. But I don't know, bro. It's looking real. Sean Marks done put y'all in a situation. Y'all traded a first-round draft pick for Royce O'Neal. Y'all barely even got first-round draft picks. That's why I'm saying that it was a bad trade. Because y'all barely
I
even...
like the Royce O'Neal bring.
But what I'm saying is y'all barely even got draft picks, bro. Y'all
Yeah,
barely even got first-rounders.
But I think that's what Sean Marks did. He pushed all his chips in, you know. He was at the crap table, pushed all his chips in, and he had to be aware of what he was doing, and he has to have a plan. Now, me personally, I feel like he could make it right by giving his draft picks now a chance in Cam Thomas. And by not playing him, it just goes to show that you're trusting the coach with the roster for the most part, and you're excluding Cam Thomas out of the rotation, and we're 1-4. So my point is the loyalty far as draft picks and free agencies, free agent players. I think you get more loyalty to a ball club from a draft player, a player that was drafted out of college, than you do from a player that's comes from a free agency. And I think if Sean Marks complained about building the culture, then he needs to realize the loyalty is going to come from the players that you draft from college, not the free agency. So, you know, that's how you build the culture as a GM. You make sure that, you know, the guy who started the Nets, Brown, he did it from the GM and the coach. His name was Max Arlovsky. He was a player on the Knicks, actually. But I said that to say the guy, he was on the Knicks, and he specifically got somebody that garnered the respect from the players and the staff. And the guy from the Knicks was from the metropolitan area. And Nash is not from the metropolitan area. You know what I'm saying? But I understand you got a strong bond or relationship with him from the Phoenix Suns relationship. And I thought you did have one with Ime, but it shows that you don't. But I said that to say you got time to right the ship. And yes, we went off course. We had to patch up the ship. You know what I'm saying? And you see what happened. So, and we didn't get, the ship didn't go far. It didn't get to the promised land. This ship named Champion, this championship that's patched up, beat up, went off course, is back sailing. You know what I'm saying? We not sailing far. You know, we 1-4, but the ship is still on the way. We got, a lot of games left to right the ship. And right now, let's just do our best the next game. Let's not look and see the promised land from here. Let's get closer. Let's go, let's slowly get there. Let's take our time, and we'll start by getting back in the win column when we play Indiana on Saturday, which is tomorrow.
Bro, I know you just didn't say the ship named Champion is patched up and back sailing. I know that's not the words that came out of your mouth on Who Run the City tonight. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Not 4-on-1, and your $34 million point guard is scared to shoot the basketball. Like, I know, no, that's not happening. Not when your two stars is dropping 30 plus and y'all still catching L's. You feel me? No, it's the ship called what? It's the life raft called. No, it went from the ship called Championship to the life raft called Opportunity. That's what it is. It's not a ship called Champion. It's a life raft called Opportunity. Y'all have an opportunity to turn the season around. Y'all have an opportunity to go to the championship. But everybody got an opportunity to go to the championship. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Nah, we definitely got to do things better. And again, I looked at Nash stats. He was playing behind Kevin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that. You got a guy that's way better, or in contrast. So you could compare, say, KJ and Nash.
KJ in his prime and early Nash was not even a comparison. If it wasn't, listen, hold on, bro. We ain't gonna do that to KJ, bro. KJ was a fucking dog, son.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Nash was better than KJ.
Nash was only good because of D'Antoni. I think D'Antoni's system is what made Nash good. Nash shooting ability and his speed in that system is what made Nash good. Nash didn't do nothing. Did y'all watch Nash play back? Well, did y'all watch Nash play when he was a son? Literally, him doing this. He get the ball, he'll run around, dribble, shoot. Run around, dribble, shoot. You feel me? Like, that's what it was. They sent a shit ton of screens for him. You feel me? Like,
now I'm saying that, when I look at who was ahead of Nash, you got burned behind Steve. I mean, KJ.
This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about Steve Nash. Look at his career before and after D'Antoni. He was trash. He was trash.
Nah, but I'm just saying, everybody gotta get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why, and it's not just me. I'm looking at Twitter. Yo, they upset. Fans are upset. That fans are feel the same way, same sentiments. Feel like Cam Thomas should get minutes, and it's because we won 4. I'm telling you, as much as I like him, I'm not a fanboy. If he was up 5-0, 4-1, 3-2, I'd be like, all right, it is what it is. We winning without him, But we not winning without him, and we be needing points. And that be the problem. KD and Kyrie, the defense started adjusting because they know. When KD score more times than not, it's not an ISO situation, but it can be. But teams don't let him get ISO situations a lot. But Kyrie, sometimes he might go up versus 2 players. He might attack 2 players. You know what I mean? Like Kyrie, I think he's a little more courageous. I don't say erratic, maybe. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that to say he got to get other players involved for us to win games. They're going to get their numbers. So contract time, and Kyrie could say, yo, look all the numbers, the numbers that I did. You could see that I deserve X, Y, and Z. Yes, you could be able to do that, but it doesn't mean we're winning games. And he even said out his own words, he said, basketball is the sport, but the business is winning. We are 1-4. If you want to handle business, put Cam Thomas in the game and watch him handle business. He called the fourth quarter winning time. So you know what that means. Like, give him a chance, man. Give him a chance. That's all I'm asking, because what we doing as a thus far is got us with a 1-4 record, and it hurts. We have high expectations. Most fans felt like we could have won most of those games or all of those games. Majority of us felt like we should be 3-2 or better. You know what I mean? We didn't look like we would be 2-3. We was thinking 3-2, 4-1, or 5-0. And you know what I'm saying? We trying to right the ship, man. We definitely not trying to be less than we already got what 4 losses. We trying to stop there. That's enough. Enough is enough, man.
I
Out of
mean,
this, we need to go on a streak,
y'all got a
a win
favorable.
streak.
Y'all got a favorable 2 games coming up back to back to help y'all get on the right track. Y'all should definitely beat the Pacers both of them times. You know what I mean? Y'all
Yeah, what's
should.
Chicago record? Chicago, what their record is?
I'm not. Hold on, let me check. I'm not even sure.
What we right last week about our games and who was winning? I was wrong as hell.
Chicago is 3 3-3.
Yeah,
So far,
that's
I'm
it.
right. I said no. Matter of fact, I said I'm wrong because I said we was gonna beat Memphis. We lost. I kind of knew we was gonna lose to the Bucks, so I was right there. Right.
Okay.
And looking at the way the Sixers is playing, I think we could beat them. So, there's that.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Because those were one of the teams I had as a loss. You feel me? I had the Bucks and the Sixers as a loss. So yeah, I'm kind of on the money right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, I'm definitely wrong. I definitely didn't see us after four losses after 5 games, man. I was wrong about what game. Definitely the Milwaukee because we beat them in the preseason, so I felt like confident that we would win in the regular seasons. That did not happen. Um, you know, and yeah, man, I feel like we had some winnable games that we fourth quarter we had scoring droughts, and that's why we lost. Joe Harris and Royce O'Neal shouldn't be shooting. Royce O'Neal shot 8 threes, part of the reason why we lost. And Royce O'Neal, yeah, he's more of a guy who's a volume shooter. He should get 4 or 5 threes max and attack the basket otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Otherwise, don't shoot the ball because you're not a scorer like that. You know what I'm saying?
My fault. Sorry to cut you off because I'm about to get off this pause in like 4 minutes.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Fraz, you said you wanted to call up, bro. Here's your time to do it because in 4 minutes I'm out of here. You know what I mean? I got stuff to do in the morning, so yeah. But my fault. Yeah, continue.
Shit. Since you about to close it out, in these next games, man, I hope we win, man. We got to get a win streak. I want to be 500 at by next week. We play 4 games. I want to win these next 4. I want to be 4-4 next time I see y'all on the podcast.
So hold on, who y'all played the next 4 games?
We play Indiana twice. We play Chicago, and I think we play the Wizards.
Well, yeah, y'all should. I mean, it's very possible. You
feel me? Man.
I think Chicago was giving y'all business last season, so.
Yeah, we beat Chicago too.
Who run the city? Talk your shit.
You already know the vibe, man. It's Fraz in the building, man. Knicks run the city. Team Knicks is in the building.
You all ready for the rivalry, Brody?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, talk your shit.
I remember somebody was on a post earlier today trying to tell me about Knicks fans always saying something about Nets fans and certain other things that I'm going to address in 3 minutes, all right? Here's the thing, man. Yo, Breezy, listen to me. I hope you're listening, bro.
Yes.
Make sure that y'all on point coming November 9th, right?
We're going to be on point.
Said a lot of things about, Knicks fans is always worried about what the Nets is doing. Breezy over here talking about kicking up dust on pages. Let me explain something to you, Breezy, bro. Some of these takes that you have, my brother, I'm going to need you to start thinking a little bit more in depth about these takes that you be giving, bro. All right?
Name one.
Because the simple fact of the matter is, you haven't mentioned one thing that I haven't heard you say all podcasts.
Okay, name one.
Why is your front court barbecue chicken, bro?
bro. Trust me, because of Ben Simmons.
Or
Can I answer that question? Or he just ran.
What's your front court,
Yeah,
man?
I don't know if he can hear you because he's on the phone. You know what I mean?
See.
No, I'm talking about. I don't know if you can hear Big Ben Breezy because he said he wanted to.
Nah, I'm looking on the podcast. So I can hear what he's saying.
Oh, he said he can hear you. He can hear you, but it's delayed though. So that's the only.
No. I'm saying, do you want me to answer or he just ranting? That's what I'm asking.
He said, "Do you want him to answer?" Because it's delayed. So like he's watching you.
It's not because of Ben Simmons, bro. Y'all need a better front court. Y'all need a 5, man. So far, I haven't seen Watanabe move the needle like you said he's done. He's actually had a 0-point game against Memphis. So he has only scored 1 game in double digits. So far in this uniform.
That's me. That's crazy. I got getting close. Yeah, my fault, Brody. I'm getting close sick right now, so I don't know if you can hear me. That's the phone. That's my fault. He's saying phone quality. My fault, bro. That was the phone, bro. So respond to this because I'm about to get off of this pause. You know what I mean?
Again, I think for the most part, the defense with the Ben Simmons, he's supposed to be a superstar stopper. And my thing is that's cool. If he's not going to be a superstar stopper, at least clog the middle. You know, make them uncomfortable attacking the paint. And again, you got ESPN calling us cupcakes. We can't have that. You know, and they mainly saying that because we've been getting out rebounded by a lot. And part of the reason why these teams are winning is because they're getting second chance points because we're getting out rebounded. And they're scoring when they attack the basket. The best thing we could do, in my opinion, is putting Nick Claxton on one-on-one situations to make sure they take the jumper instead of attacking the paint. Gotta make us tougher in the paint. Yeah. So I'll say that, and there's more net stuff. Follow me on YouTube, Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. See our handles on Twitter. I'm Big Fan Breezy, the Brooklyn Nets vlog on Twitter as well. And yeah, man, we need to become a 500 ball club by next Friday, man, and it's possible. So if we're going to reschedule the podcast after the game, I'll double check to see if we play on Friday or not.
I'll play on Friday at 7.
Y'all play that Friday on 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do the podcast after the game or games. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe, man. Shout out to Jay, shout out to Lavish, shout out to Fresh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in here.
I'm going to say tonight was a part of the reason why we lost. RJ started wanting to turn up a little bit too late, right? If he did what he started to do in the fourth, early in the game, if he did what he started to do in the late third, early in the game, we win this game, bro. Like he dropped like 11 points in the third quarter, going to the basket. Like I said, the Milwaukee Bucks played a tall front court, 6'10" and better, the whole front court. And, the Knicks were hesitant to attack the basket because of it. We started doing that in the fourth quarter, and we started to cut into the lead. We should have definitely did that sooner. Yo, Jaffe, I told you, bro. That's Jaffe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaffe, I told you about a capping on my
Man, that's all facts right there. That's valid. Shout to Lavish Lifesino, man.
Yeah, I got capping, man. So yeah,
He talking about it.
Yeah, you should tell me. You know all about it. You feel me? They beat y'all in the playoffs. They beat y'all in the regular season. You know about losing to the Bucks. You know about that better than I do, right? Yeah, you should tell me about it. Yeah, but anyway, so I could get up out of here. But shout out to Jaffe in the comments, though. We see you, Brody. Yeah. We should have just did that earlier. I think going into this next game, he said Giannis had bro. He dropped 43 on y'all. Like what? Yo, this is what I'm saying. Like y'all just be saying anything. He dropped 43 on y'all, Jaffe.
You should have called up. We about to dead this.
Yo,
Yo,
Jaffe dropped.
Jaffe had a 5-minute call last time he called up.
Yo, he dropped 43 on y'all. It's about he had a field day. That's crazy. This dude is hilarious. But anyway, yeah, I think this game is gonna be fuel for the next game against the Cavs. I think we're gonna put in work against the Cavs. You know, Mitch was saying all the right things, and how he wanted to play. I think he's gonna come out like a monster against the Cavs. I think he's gonna put in work on Jared Allen. We already know what Brunson does against Donovan Mitchell. He gives Donovan Mitchell buckets on a consistent basis. Yeah, and it's going to be a good game. I think we're gonna catch some W's next week. I think we could win out next week, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I think our toughest matchup next week is the Cavs, especially considering how the Sixers is playing right now. Our toughest matchup is the Cavs. If we beat the Cavs, I really feel like we go undefeated next week. So yeah.
Where's that at? Is it away, road, or home?
I think it's on the road. Yeah, it's on the road because we had mad home games. It's more likely on the road. Let me check.
Y'all won all y'all home games?
Yes,
those 3 wins is home wins?
Yes, sir. All day in America, you know.
Respect.
Yeah. You know how much you like home wins, right?
Yeah, no, I'm tallying it up, man. Trust me, man.
You know how much
tallying it up, man. We got 4 road losses. No, we don't. We got 1 home win and we got 2 home losses, I think. We played in Memphis. And I feel like we was on the road one more time. Milwaukee. We lost that game.
I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's going on with my phone right now, man. But I can't even see if we at home. I mean, I'm pretty sure we away against the Cavs. You feel me? Listen, yo, Jaffe, you hope that we lose like y'all do. I understand, bro. But we play hard. We play pause. We play hard and with determination. Y'all not doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just focused on us winning right now. I'm not even thinking about y'all losing until 11-9. 11-9 will get y'all that work. And then, again, at this moment, I'm just focused on us winning. We 1-4. I'm trying to get Cam Thomas in the rotation. That's what I'm doing, man.
Bro, listen, yo. I know why Jaffe's saying what he's saying, right? Because he's in despair right now. You feel me?
We going through it, man. I feel the pain, man.
He's sad. You feel me? He's sad and he's disgruntled. I understand. Yo, Jaffe, I feel for you, bro. I understand you.
He don't feel for you, Jaffe. He don't. He doesn't. He doesn't feel you. He's not sincere. He's being sarcastic. He's not a shoulder to cry on, Jaffe. Trust me. Yeah. Don't go to his page looking for love. They're not going to give you love.
Listen, Jaffe know that.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold there.
I like Jaffe as a person, but he already know.
That's T-Tom favorite line, man.
I do. All you Net fans, I like y'all as people. I speak to y'all on a daily basis. You feel me? Like, how do I not like you guys, right?
Yeah, see, look, thank you, Lavish. We're gonna get it together, man. Look, Kendrick Lamar voice, man.
But I understand.
We're gonna be all right.
Y'all understand, bro. You came
it's
into the
season early, yeah.
You came into the season. You came into the season with high hopes, and your team is letting you down. Ben Simmons is scared to shoot the ball. You know what I mean? You got Kyrie Irving yelling at him 5 feet away from the basket to shoot the ball. Like that's wild. Y'all thought he was here to give y'all an edge on defense, and he's getting smoked every night. Gets smoked every night. You feel me? So like, I get it, bro. So you want to project all that negativity onto me. You trying to dim my light because your light is dim, but you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. This light shining bright over here, baby.
We see the light. We see the light. You see, listen today, it's still early. Like, look, Jay, real early. We still confident. We not worried about y'all. Like I said, we focus on 11-9. Otherwise, it's time to work. We 1-4. We gotta get back in this win column, have a winning record. more than a losing record. So even if we did sweep y'all, it's still only 4 games. So that's not even glory right now. We got to focus on getting.
That's not even going to happen though. That ain't even going to happen, Captain. Yo, Jay, that'd be a fire T-shirt though. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shoot it, Ben would be a fire T-shirt. Word. That'd be. Yo, yeah, man. As long as y'all got Ben on y'all team, it's gonna be a struggle for y'all all year, man. Yo, appreciate everybody that pulled up tonight. I'm out of here. I holla, see y'all.
Next run the city.
Yeah, we see y'all on this platform.
Sturdy Rock, Millie Sturdy Rock.
That is not yo, Jay. Tell him that's not Gapes Ave approved, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm originally from the Star. Yeah, that ain't Star approved, bro. You know what I mean? That ain't Star approved.
Yeah, spread love, man. Yo, listen, man. I'm not saying that I'm gonna start doing sturdy Millie Rock tutorials, but I just might Millie Rock sturdy. Now I'm just playing. Yo, shout to everybody that pulled up, man. Next run the city. We'll see y'all next Friday. Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Jay said unsturdy. It's unsturdy, bro. It's very weeble wobbly, bro. It's very weeble wobbly. I'll holler at y'all, man. We out.
Let it.